Hey there, this is Coach Bill with Meditate School of Mindfulness, and I'm coming to you again with another meditation that's going to this is a practice on connecting to the mindful way of eating. How this practice can be used to truly connect to um, our response to food. This type of meditation, the Raisin meditation, it's one of those practices that are used in the practice of MBSR programs, mindfulness-based stress reduction. So we use this meditation with the intention to bring an acute awareness to our senses and an awareness to our habits of eating. It goes back to our full theory of what we practice grows stronger. So what are we practicing while we're eating? A lot of the times we're practicing habits that we've had our entire life, how we're moving through food, how we treat food to help us soothe our emotions or make us feel a certain way. So this is a raisin meditation that's really going to focus on this practice. So if you choose, I'd like you to take a raisin or any other dried fruit that would be useful. And we use dried fruit because the flavor is so intense and, and surprising, where you could use a grape or something similar to that, but it's not, it's different. So if you don't like raisins, use a dried cranberry or some other dried fruit. Or if you can't, just imagine it. So let's begin. Let's begin by taking one raisin, and just hold it in the palm of your hand for a moment and focus on it. I wonder if you could look at it as if you have never seen anything like it before. Recognizing that a lot of times when we see something, we have our preconceived ideas of what it looks like. But what if you just looked at it and discovered it as something new? Look at the color of it and truly focus on the color. Look at the texture and notice how you can see the texture. And then if you will, take that raisin and put it between your index finger and your thumb and roll it around just a little bit and notice how it feels. And then put it back in the palm of your hand and ask yourself, can you feel the weight of it? Can you feel that spot where it's touching your skin? And notice, is it causing a shadow? Take the time to really see it. Again, imagining you've never seen one before. With great care and full attention. And let your eyes explore every part of it. On it. Notice the folds and the ridges and the dark spots. Explore it. Then once again, take it back between your forefinger and your thumb. Maybe squeeze it just a little bit. Is it spongy or is it hard? Does this raisin to you seem plump or dry? And now as you're holding it between your fingers, bring it up to your nose and hold it beneath your nose for a moment. And see what you notice with every inhale. Does it have a scent? Let it fill your awareness and maybe close your eyes. And if there is no scent, or very little, notice that. Assume that it has to smell a certain way. Notice what's there for you. And now if you're ready, take that raisin and slowly bring it to your mouth. And notice that you don't even have to pay attention to where your hand is going. Your hand and your arm know exactly where to put it. And notice how your tongue moves to receive it. And without chewing, with your mouth closed, simply explore the sensations of having it on your tongue. Just gradually explore that raisin with your tongue for a few moments. Notice how you can feel the texture of it, the weight of it. Is there any flavor there? How does it feel to just to just hold it for a moment. Notice the little bit of anticipation or the want or the need to start chewing it, but don't do it yet. Has it changed any as it's encountered the wetness of your mouth? And just breathe. And then when you're ready, consciously and slowly take a bite into the raisin, just one, and notice the effects of your mouth. Notice any tastes that are released. As your teeth bite into it, and then continue to chew slowly, but don't swallow just yet. Just chew and notice what's happening in your mouth. Notice the sensations. Notice the saliva. Notice the way it develops, how the flavor develops in your mouth. And as you continue to chew, I wonder if you could begin to notice or detect that first intention to swallow as it arises in your mind. And then go and swallow. Notice what the tongue does as you do swallow. And follow the sensations of swallowing the raisin. If you can, notice how it moves down your throat. And just consciously let yourself keep your mouth closed and notice a second or even a third swallow until it's all gone. And then notice what your tongue does after you've swallowed. And then just keep your mouth closed and spend a few moments registering the aftermath. Notice how that flavor remains. Is there an aftertaste? What does the absence of the raisin feel like? And notice if there's a tendency to start looking for another, but don't do that yet. Notice if you feel something in your stomach. Notice that the flavor's still there, and swallow a few more times. Naturally, keeping your focus right there for a moment, noticing the responses as you're focused on this meditation, and then just let yourself breathe. And notice by applying these skills to your eating habits, you can go from eating on autopilot to eating with intention. And our mind and our soul truly does connect to the intention of how we consume food. So try to eat with more awareness, using all of the senses for this pleasurable practice, because eating is pleasurable. And if we do it with intention and purpose, we can start to use our intuition and connect to our body and how it responds to how we eat. And we start to hone these wonderful skills of being present to the beauty. And this is Mindful Eating. I'm Coach Bill with Meditate School of Mindfulness, and thank you for joining me in this simple practice.